hit the live. Did you know, Malcolm, that I forgot to hit? So we didn't see that fancy opening. So we're going to see that fancy 15-second opening right now because
Oh yeah.
I'm nothing if not majorly prepared. Here we go. Seamless, I tell you. Freaking seamless. Okay. You just found out about the Disney set. So you haven't looked it up at all, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I told you not to look because I wanted to get your reaction. So we're going to go right into it. We're going to dive right into Disney.
Okay.
For those that don't know, Disney has been for a while like begging off the out of like doing physical media. And it seems like things have turned around for Disney if you're not Australia. Because, we're getting the 4K sets of some of their TV shows and that. But we're also getting this. And
damn, look at that. It looks like, I like how it looks like, like film roll boxes in one box.
Yeah, I went to Polygon. I initially saw this through, I think it was Serial Midnight. It was one of the guys, I'm pretty sure it's Heath. So it comes with it's 100 movies. By the way, you're going to get a lithograph. You're going to get a crystal Mickey Mouse Club hat. I kid you not. You're going to get a certificate of authenticity. And here are the films coming into this. Are you ready? Because there's 100 of them. So here we go. Now, it is Disney animation. So before we go any further, 1 second farther, hey there, Matty, welcome, man. I am going to say this right now. Before anybody asks it, no, Song South's not there because it's not an animated film. It's a live action film. There's animation in it. So Mary Poppins is not there either. Now that we got that out of the way, because someone's going to ask that question.
Yep, they're going to go, why aren't these classics there?
So it is Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, Bambi, Saludos Amigos, which is the Three Caballeros, Make Mine Music, Fun and Fancy Free, and Melody Time. For those that are unaware, those are only available on Blu-ray before through the Disney Movie Club. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, Sleeping Beauty, 101 Dalmatians, The Sword and Stone, all good so far, right? Jungle Book, Aristocats, Robin Hood, that's, by the way, one of my personal favorites. I love Robin Hood. It's one of those classics, right?
Yeah.
The Rescuers, The Fox and the Hound, The Black Cauldron, The Great Mouse Detective, Oliver and Company, The Little Mermaid, The Rescuers Down Under, one of the better Disney sequels, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. Nightmare Before Christmas was an odd choice, but I'll take it. The Lion King, A Goofy Movie, Pocahontas, Toy Story, James and the Giant Peach, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Mulan, A Bug's Life, Tarzan, Toy Story 2, Fantasia 2000, the Tigger movie, which I absolutely adore, by the way, Dinosaur. I still say that's underrated. I know it seems dated by now, but today's animation standards, but I like it back in the day. Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis Lost Empire, Monsters, Inc., Return to Neverland, Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet, The Jungle Book 2, Piglets, Biglet, man. Finding Nemo, Brother Bear, Home on the Range, that's the last hand-drawn animation. The Incredibles, Pooh's Heffalump movie. That's the first time this one's got a Blu-ray release, by the way. Chicken Little, freaking Cars, The Robinsons, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Tinkerbell, Bolt, Up, The Princess and the Frog, Toy Story 3, Tangled, Cars 2, Winnie the Pooh, Brave, Frankenweenie? Okay. Wreck-It Ralph, Monsters University, Planes? That's a...
Really?
Planes Foreign Rescue. Are you serious? Big Hero 6, which is actually really good. Inside Out. They should take those Planes movies out there. The Good Dinosaur, Zootopia, Finding Dory, Mona, Cars 3, Coco, Incredibles 2. Moana, yeah, sorry. Mona. Yeah, Mona, the one about it's the more adult one. Toy Story 4, Frozen 2, Onward, Soul, Raya and the Last Dragon, Luca, Encanto, which is one of my absolute favorite Disney movies of all time, especially the modern era. Turning Red, Lightyear, Strange World, and Elemental. What do you think?
Is this a Blu-ray set?
It's a Blu-ray set, not 4K. It's Blu-ray.
Waste of money.
Maddie gave away the surprise, which I didn't want him to do yet, Maddie. It's $1,500. $1,500.
I'm gonna be honest. If they were all films that had never been released on Blu-ray and they were like the old classic stuff, I would have, stuff really has never been released. Do you know what I mean? Because I can get
4K,
to these films. Yeah, if it was 4K, that'd be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
and it'd be quite a good price.
And here's the thing too. This is 100 movies. This is not me. If it's a Blu-ray set, for instance, and there's 2 or 3 discs with, like, say, a second or third disc of bonus features, you will get the Blu-ray disc with the movie on it. You may not get the disc with the extra features as well.
Yeah.
It's
do we
not
know
a
what the
remaster.
actual? Do you know what the actual packaging looks like inside that's holding them?
Oh yeah, it's like
is it those cardboard sleeves?
Like you can see, I think it's so it says here that it comes with like I think it's cardboard. It's cardboard plastic. Either way, it's not $1,500 plastic. That's some pretty expensive plastic. So each title comes with a digital code and a booklet, including theatrical poster art, a lithograph from Disney's upcoming movie Wish, little crystal Mickey ears hat. Because you're the type of person who wants to own 100 Disney movies on Blu-ray, you want a crystal Mickey
ears. It seems to me this is a bit late, for me, because if I go in to see XC, I can get nearly all the movies that have been released before for like £1 each.
Here's the and here's the thing too. Now I'm not going to crap on this too much because I am glad Disney is doing physical media. Like, this is not for me. I'm not going to lie. Now, if I had a unlimited source of disposable income, sure, I'd probably buy this. As a collector, if I was a massive Disney collector and had to have everything Disney, I'd probably grab this right away. If I was one of those people that go, that has the Disney package and goes to Disney every year and all that type of thing, I'm sure that is who this is marketed for, and it's physical media. So I'm glad it's there. I think it's overpriced. I think that some movies that are put in there don't need to be. I am excited about the fact that there's at least 7 that are on Blu-ray for the first time.
Yeah.
Some
should have all been that way, to be fair.
Yeah, some that never got outside the movie club. But that's the thing, is it's 100 movies, right? So is Disney going to find 100 movies in their collection that are worth putting out on Blu-ray that haven't been put on Blu-ray? Probably not. That you paid this much money for. Well, people will pay this much money for the classics and all the classics.
Well, my view is this. This set should have been basically an upgrade of the Film Treasures collection. That's what I see, because I honestly believe if they'd have done that, right, then this would have sold better and more. It would have been more worth the money when you take how much they cost. Now,
it's pricey, guys. I mean, this is, like Jason there, you can buy 2 yearly subscriptions to Vinegar Syndrome for that price. Yeah. 2.5 probably.
2.5. Let's see. I paid $9.50. So yeah, it's pretty close when you think about
it. Here's the thing. There is a market for this. There's definitely a market for this. And Disney going in physical media is good. I do hope that some of these there that are on Blu-ray don't stay exclusive to the set. That if people can't buy this set,
well, they will for a while, won't they?
Yeah, it is kind of funny, that I just literally 2 days ago, in a very special video, we're going to call it, showed the Disney Treasures collection.
The most disturbing thing about them was none of them wearing protective plastic sleeves.
The planes. I got to ask, have you seen the Planes films?
I've seen Cars. I own Planes, but I haven't watched it yet.
It sucks. Cars is well, that's a good one. We don't need any more of those.
Remember these are legacy movies.
Okay, Cars. And the Cars is one of the better known of these new ones. is not a legacy movie. So there's no way.
You don't like Cars?
It's Cars is okay. The sequels to Cars are not good. I think the first one is okay, but I think it goes way downhill. Hey there, Dustin. Welcome, man. From there.
Hey, Dustin. Hey, Alan. Hey, Jason. I didn't say hello earlier, so hey. Yeah.
I'm glad to see Disney in the physical media. Like we put that as. But this is a quick money grab to offset the strike. Kind of agree. I also, here's my biggest concern. And I'll say this right now. Because I want to talk about Mondo too. Because Mondo put out a big announcement today for October. And did you hear about that one yet?
What one?
Oh, Mondo did an announcement for October, which I'm going to read out in a minute.
Oh, they've actually done the October announcements.
Sort of. They talked about there's an October sale coming, a big sale. They say the biggest, I think.
Because I know the September, I don't know October.
But well, you do know they announced a couple from October, I think, already. But they my problem is Disney could say, "Oh, look, we put it physical media, you didn't buy it. Guess you don't want physical."
Yeah, but why would you buy the same old stuff over and over and over again for no reason?
What we
That's
do.
the thing,
I mean,
you
like,
know.
if
What
this was a
Disney
Disney
need to
Platinum,
remember?
like if this was a $30 Disney Platinum movie that come out on like on 4K, we'd be buying it. Like I got the DVD of Robin Hood, and I got the Blu-ray Robin Hood. And if it comes out on 4K, I'll probably grab the 4K Robin Hood because I'm a massive fan. Same with Aristocats; those are ones that I will like upgrade. But $1,500, that's rent money.
Well, you know, I think, to be honest, I think if they'd have all been, the way
That's
I see it,
mortgage.
if they'd all been new movies, but never released on Blu-ray, it'd been worth it, right? You know, really old school stuff, right? If it'd been Disney Channel stuff, or it'd been, you know, like TV movies that had never been released before, I might have been interested in buying it that way. I'm not going to buy
$1,500,
it,
you would buy 100
maybe.
Disney TV movies. Like
If the
let's think
packaging had
that
been right,
that's a
and
Disney
it
TV
had
movie.
been, and it'd been movies I really cared about and stuff. What I'm saying is, if it was something that never been released that you can get for super cheap now, thanks to the Disney Plus streaming service, but knocked all their Blu-rays really cheap, but originally came out, this whole set's pointless for the most part.
I think
Other
that
than
they're
those
starting to
ones that are
realize.
in it but were never released before.
I think they're starting to realize that Disney Plus is not the moneymaker that they thought it was going to be, and that's why. Rumors of mystery
Sweeney
title
Todd.
that sucks. Can I be honest with you guys? I like Sweeney Todd, like as in the play and the story. I have a massive crush on Helena Bonham Carter. I'm not a big fan of that film. That would be as a surprise title around those other titles like Rosemary's Baby and like like those other titles. Sweeney Todd would be a lame duck, like really, like as a you know.
Personally, I think they should put meat is meat in it instead.
Meat is meat. Are you talking
Yeah,
wrestling?
do you remember that film? It's
No, I
a
don't.
foreign film, but I rented from Blockbuster years ago. It's got a different title. It's a foreign film about a guy that basically kills people, makes them into sausages, and feeds them to people. Sells them on his stall. That's better than the Sweeney Todd movie.
Sweeney Todd would be a massive disappointment. Like if that's what they're holding back from, it's like what were they thinking? Like that's when you would announce. Like that's something you'd announce, and then you'd like leave Sweeney Todd for like one of the ones that you announce, and leave one of the other ones first for a surprise one.
I just want new stuff out. I don't want these same releases. It's annoying. There you go.
Victor
Thanks for being a Mad Butcher. That's exactly it, Glenn. You nailed it. That's the film.
For those that didn't check out on our Patreon, we did a really good actually play-by-cover challenge last night, and we had 4 categories. It was you and Dad. We had a blast with it. It's looking like, if I can get it set up, by the way, for episode 3, it's the 70s versus the 80s.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Hoping for Hellraiser 2022. Actually, I like that. I liked Hellraiser 2022. I will say, I think that some of the cast were kind of unlikable, the characters. From what
Yeah,
I heard
there
from the
is
last one, they said that there was going to be a new television announcement release
every
for
Tuesday.
Silver Feature. When Brad was on here, he said that. It wasn't on here, but it was on the chat part. Yeah, so there we'll be doing like
No,
the
mate, I didn't get in contact with him. I didn't get in contact with him because whilst I was going to sell him my own movies with the wife, he didn't get back to me.
There you go. But I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, no. Let's talk about Mon Macabre. By the way, I found that extra Mon Macabre, the title that I didn't find. So yesterday,
Okay.
it was driving me up the wall. Spent a day and a half looking for it.
So I'm guessing nobody in the comments is going to buy this set. You know, it's like I said, if I had stuff that had never been released before, it would have kind of had more. And I know you got to remember, it's probably not going to sell out. So I think this set is something that would end up on Saturday going probably to like £700 at some point. So,
Yeah, I can't see it's
you
like
know.
staying like this expensive. But Disney is one of those. This is Queens of Evil. This is one of my Hey there, Arch. One of my absolute
Hey,
favorite
Arch.
Mon Macabre releases.
Nice. I own that, but I haven't watched it yet.
All of the inside art, and what I really,
I don't
really
believe
love
so, Alan.
is it has the bonus disc, which has the 2.5 hour interview with Ray Lovelock.
Nice. That was only in a limited one, right?
Yeah. See this. This is I'd be more excited about buying than like 100 Disney movies.
Whoa. Disney Plus currently have 146.7 million subscribers worldwide. It costs $8 per month. That earns them 1.17 billion every month, and that's all net profit.
I don't know. I mean,
You
like
think that, but it isn't. It isn't all net profit because when you do originals like Netflix, they end up in the hole. Because when you look at Netflix, they have serious debt issues sometimes from all the originals they do.
that
So
costs money.
I think, yeah, exactly. Because they've got to make the shows, they've got to do this, they've got to pay for these servers for the streaming. So I don't think it's all net profit.
It's not. And if Disney was doing that well, trust me, they would not be pushing up that Hulu buy like
No.
as quickly as they are. Disney is not doing as good as they say or that people think they are. They really,
I think
really
I'll do some Blu-ray like the hey, I like that.
I'm gonna bring the Mondo site here. I think it's a nice way to do it.
Mondo. That reminds me, in case people don't know, their pre-order window for the stuff from September is on Thursday.
And I've gotten the newsletter here from Mondo Macabre. So I'm going to read it what we do know.
All right.
As ever these days, you'll be able to buy both the titles together or single bundles. So remember this upcoming Thursday. There you go. But they aren't the last exciting releases we have this year. We have just over a month away from our biggest sale and pre-order event of the year, our annual Halloween sale. It's going to be a little different this year. So pay close attention to the following details. Halloween comes but twice a year. Every year we do a big Halloween sale at the end of October, but this year there will be a flash pre-order event. First time they had this. Before the actual sale itself. Here are the details.
Oh dear.
We've soft announced two of them previously. The utterly insane Indonesian horror film Special Silencers and the ultra sleazy French action exploitation flick Death Squad. The former will be a single disc red case limited edition, but the latter will be a bit different. The first 500 copies of Death Squad will be a limited, super limited UHD Blu-ray combo pack. The 4K disc will feature only the film, with the Blu-ray will have the film and all the extras. Once it sells out, this will be a single Blu-ray release in the usual red case afterwards. Only the first 500 is the 4K Blu-ray combo pack. But
500?
500. You'll only be able to get the super limited UHD release as part of a bundle during a flash pre-sale. That'll happen on Friday, October 20th. So we'll definitely be there for that.
What day?
Friday, October 20th.
Okay.
That's right. We'll be putting these 4 new releases, including the exclusive UHD of Death Squad, on sale ahead of the actual Halloween sale itself. There'll only be 500 available, and once these sell out, the flash pre-sale is over. Then on October 31st, the Halloween sale will begin proper. There will still be a bundle, but Death Squad will be only the single red case blue at that point. You will be able to buy each title individually, plus there will be an extensive sale and discounting shipping on our back catalog. The sale will run for 1 week from October 31st to November the 7th. And it'll be interesting to see what's coming up. So after the Halloween sale, next year is when they're going to do even some more big stuff. Expect more UHDs, more Japanese films from Toho Studios, more films featuring the luminous Sandra Jalan, a return to Greece, the return of the warrior of himself, Jaka Sembo.
Yes.
Yes, more Barry Prima, guys.
Good.
In 3 films set devoted to the Barry Prima starring fantasy action classics from Indonesia. And possibly the biggest news, Bizarro cult classics Cafe Flesh. With much, much more to come.
So you won't be able to combine the shipping with the flash pre-orders. So that probably means that I'm going to be buying the flash pre-orders and not anything else. Because I think they charge like $17, $20 for the shipping on that. And then
did you know? They used to be one.
I'm excited for it though. I'll probably buy it immediately as soon as it goes up.
That's one that actually intrigues me. This is one of the ones that I might buy. Like, I'm like, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll get. No, this is one of the ones where you either buy it or you miss out. And I love me some like 4K, especially some cheesy 4K.
So you're actually going to buy it?
Well, yeah. I do buy things now.
No, I mean you're actually. No, I mean you're actually going to buy it live.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah. Because well, here's the thing: October is coming near the coast when I'm going to the Canada. So it makes more sense for me to grab things closer to that time period as me not being there. And I'll have my ticket, hopefully bought by then too. So that'll be a delay.
I'm excited for this actually. It looks like it's going to be a great couple of weeks because everyone's announcing the October sale stuff. We've still got the Vinegar Syndrome thing to go up, for the 10 film set and that.
You expecting Thursday or Friday for that? Because that's what I'm expecting.
I reckon Friday into into Monday.
Or it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see when it comes. I'm surprised they haven't announced anything else on it as of yet. There's been no teases or anything like that.
Yeah, but that's them, isn't it? Lately, they've kind of been a little bit. I don't know. They've been a little bit quiet unless there's a sale coming up.
Yeah, it's just been very different. Why do we stream live so late? Well, here's the thing. Most of the people that watch it, right, are in Canada or the US and areas like that. I live in I'm a night person, so I do a lot of my streams late at night. I live in Morocco, and you live in the UK.
Yeah, and we're on the same time zone technically.
And in all honesty, when I started doing live streams, it was my late night live streams that always got the most views.
Yeah,
and it tends to be still the case. When I do my Television Tuesday, it tends to be the outliner. But if I do an earlier video, I don't get as many views. That's what it comes down to.
May to December, the movie. Aaron Pin, the movie.
I think May to December's movie would be a little more X-rated than mine. That's what we go with.
It would be very X-rated, mine.
Might be like a Disney movie, nice, kind of maybe a PG.
Nice, cuddly, and relaxing, and
animated flowers, and
Oh dear.
King of the Cats.
Mine would be like in Hellraiser, where where his finger turns into the flowers, and it looks like something else is wiggling out the middle. We
have such sights to show you. I love that, man. Doug Bradley was such a nice person too. One of the nicest people I've ever met. Like when it comes to the convention things, I think the nicest person I ever met was Sergio Jones, like the
Oh,
cartoonist.
nice.
Like really, really humble guy. I want to do a video with you guys discussing the Thanksgiving trailer. Oh, that'll be fun, actually.
That's gonna be
Because
good.
the Thanksgiving trailer would be, yeah, I'm down for that. Are you down for that, Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, down the clown on that.
I'm
That is,
down to do it with you, Mr. Bain.
I am. This week has been kind of insane. Which we're still getting out like here. We're starting to find out like more and more news. Unfortunately, it's usually not good news. There's more, like the count goes higher. The more,
Are we talking about the tragedy now? I was like, oh, he's talking about all these movies. Then you went
oh no,
about that, and I was like,
there's
oh yeah.
there's like the count like
I
my better
saw
half
the thing
works.
you shared. I saw the thing you shared on Facebook, where people could donate. And I was like, the sad part about that is if you put that on people's walls, and they don't understand, about the thing, they could think, what's this? I really
Yeah,
wish they'd have a link for it so people could actually get to a proper site.
it's
Because I
well,
think a
there
lot
are
of
like
people,
places like it's just that I know that particular place it goes directly to it.
oh, I know,
My better
I
half.
know you do. I know you do. But what I'm saying is people who are not in the know, they might go, why is it going directly to like a bank account thing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Uh, but Hin's working. Well, Hin works at a university here, and that's what they're working on actually to this week. So working on like getting a group together to get out there and go with different places.
Yeah.
So they have like some
Is that,
parts.
I'm covering what you're saying, so I was just reading the comments in my mind.
Thanks to the
It
football
looks
season.
like sadly, if it's close to 3,000 people that
That is sadly true. And it's been been a few different areas, and that's the killer part of it.
the sad part is they're not. The sad part is it's like when it happened in oh, was it Syria where they had the earthquakes? Syria, Turkey area at one point? Was that the place? Where it was taking them so long to get, equipment to get people out. But by the time it was like, oh,
Well, we've been lucky, like in the fact that like the trucks are like on the road like crazy, and
yeah,
that Spain and like very quick to respond. Like Spain, I think a lot of countries were like really big
yeah.
with response and getting stuff. One country not so much, but we won't go into that. Uh, but
Is it the country I think it is?
if yeah, you know what I'm gonna do, right? You thought it was?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that. I thought it was someone else, but that's a shame.
That's who it is. But no,
I mean,
like yeah,
I think that's why the English have problems with them as well. To be honest.
well, we did like there was this like kind of like Costco, you live in the United States, so there's a Costco type place here in Morocco, and it closed down for regular people to go in, and it's only for like now people that are going in for donations and going in for things. So you
Oh,
give
I
them
see.
people.
People would need it.
Yeah, exactly. So we got like trucks upon trucks stuff going out, and like we're going on the road to my better half nephew had his birthday was yesterday, and so it's like a little birthday party to kind of get together, and we were driving down the road, and on the other side of the road it was like truck after truck all lined up, and just trying to figure out exactly where everybody was going and just getting out there.
So
It's
Morocco is actually quite a sophisticated country when it comes to getting the job done.
very much so because that's one of the things, and like I knew very little about here before before I came here. I was pretty much
Yeah.
blind to it. Like in all honesty, I thought it was a much smaller place. But the thing is that well, it's not no fracking going on here. But I do agree that there's too much fracking going on in the world.
Is that autocorrect? Because
Yeah.
you know,
But no. Anyway, I just want to put that out there for people that because people do ask me. I still get like lots of comments on Facebook
Well,
about everything.
as soon as you know if there's a link or not, like a proper link, definitely somehow share it in the chats for a while.
I will. I need to find out from
But
like him because right now, like we go through Stroptimus because we know because we know them.
yeah, the earthquake
Yes,
happened during a live stream.
yeah. Actually, I
It's
was
on
live.
Alan's channel.
So a couple days ago, I did like my Disney Treasures video. Like, okay, again, the
It's the
first
20
part of
minute
that video.
video in case people don't know.
At the end of the video, like you see, like the earthquake's happening. Live on camera. Um. So, and I've
The
been
fear
getting a
in
lot of
your eyes is what is terrifying in that moment.
It was, and like I've talked to Malcolm about this before. I've had a bit of PTSD afterwards, where we're making a live video a couple days ago, and I was like, I flashbacked to that night, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but stuff happens. Last night I watched awesome comments here. You George
I'll
Mona
tell you
Lisa. I
this.
love Mona Lisa.
I tell this, Jason. My wife lived in California, and she said she had to do some earthquakes there because obviously, when you hear about something like an earthquake, it brings back memories, doesn't it? Ones you've been in. And she was just saying how terrifying, scary it was. It was like, oh, and all this. I was like, thank God I haven't had to deal with that.
And like, it's not something that we normally get. Like, no, like there, I'm right in like in like the heart, like the city part of Morocco, of Marrakesh. So we were lucky in that we were like affected a lot less than like you could say, but still, we waited. There's we're worried about aftershocks and stuff like that. There was the Associated Geology, I think, that they went down and studied it and said,
Yeah.
it was very unlikely that we get any like aftershocks that we would feel. So that was good. I know we had a 4.1 shortly after. I didn't feel it, but her parents did where they're at.
It's funny you say that, Keg, but you're surprised that the internet is stable. I was sitting there, right, with the internet still on when it was all happening.
Yeah, like he literally stayed here till I got back.
Yeah, so it's crazy, but the internet didn't go. What'd you say?
I just read the thing that Disney's the king of FOMO. These films on moratorium. The infamous Disney Vault. Remember the Disney Vault, Malcolm?
I remember that. I'm going to say this. The thing that always annoys with Disney is these re-releases. Like when they go, the Diamond Edition, the Silver Edition, the Double Pack Edition, the edition that has now got these shorts on it edition. This one. Like, like I was saying the other day about just the 10 shorts on a disc thing. It's ridiculous.
I remember the VHS days where people would be going around and they'd be trying to buy like certain Disney like editions, and they like sell them for like massive prices. Like, oh look, I got this one here. I got a gold, some of the gold ones. This is real expensive. This is like $120 for this one movie.
Yeah.
And now you're going to like to buy that exact same edition at your local charity shop for like 50 cents.
Exactly. Yeah. Alan says two things. Alan says, if I go up again, where was it? 8 December, will your movie be like Sylvester Stone's Triple X adult film? It will be. And I'll let everybody watch it live. Aaron will let me share it on the channel stream, and you'll get to see my hairy, you know what. So there you go.
That's it. My movie
is
simple. My movie's simple. My movie's big is a cross between like I don't know, maybe the
Song of the
season.
South and Mighty Ducks.
There we go. Yeah, with Dave Duchovny.
There you go. And needs some shrooms to calm yourself down. That's from Alan as well.
I have epilepsy. That's not a good thing for me. Any chance of 4K Elvis films box set?
That's going to happen at some point. They've released a few on 4K at the minute, so that will happen. I can see that happening.
What's your favorite Elvis song?
My favorite song?
No, film and song. Well, let's go song first and film.
Blue Hawaii.
All right.
And was Lovely Tender one of his?
Yeah. That's both the film and the movie. So is that the film or the movie?
The music, that one,
Okay, so
but Blue Hawaii is the other one.
Keg stole my choice, by the way, which is King Creole. I actually love that film. But for like music, oh god, there's so much. There's so much great stuff. But I'll pick not another movie. I'm gonna pick someone else pick. Roustabout. I love the movie Roustabout. So that'll be my choice. And for like for songs, I don't know. I really like Suspicious Minds a lot.
Oh, that's a really good one. I like that one as well.
That shows King Crow. There we go. That way we didn't have we have the same stuff.
I've
Now, all I
never
need to
seen
my
that
dad,
one.
when he's feeling comfortable to do it, get him here in a live stream. We've got him on some of the pre-tapes. Get him in a live stream sometime.
Oh, you got to be careful with that, putting me and Glenn together.
I am the adult in the room. Thank you very much.
It's true. It's true. Oh, it was brilliant on Patreon yesterday.
Dad is the biggest Elvis fan that you will ever meet. Like 100%. But because Dad did those songs, and because Dad played in bands, and so he'd sang the songs and played the instruments.
We'll have to get him to sing. We'll have to get him to sing them live.
There you go, Dad. We
On
want
the
to sing a
stream.
song live. My dad is so not going to do
Yeah.
that.
And I can do the tune in the background.
I'll get the spoons.
Yeah.
Roustabout inspired a good Irish movie called Eat the Peach. That sounds like a very different type of movie. Kate.
Oh, I'm going to tell you this. I could eat a peach for hours.
Peaches are good
Yeah,
fruit.
from Face Off.
Get all sticky. Well, you know that.
Yep. Sticky,
So
but it's like when you eat melon, right? It's like when you eat melon, right? When you hold a melon and you eat it, it gets all over your face.
Dad's response to your thing was there.
That was to the peach part, not to the singing, I think.
A chance there would be a DVD box set of every Elvis movie ever made in one DVD box set. Probably not, because they're by different companies. That's the thing. Like remember like Scream Factory did Halloween, like the big Halloween box set. And so that was something that nobody thought could ever happen because of by different companies.
There's a 14-movie DVD box set over here of Elvis.
I remember there used to be
like £14.
Like the big VHS.
Massive. Do you remember the Mission Impossible VHS set? It was like this big. You had to get from to order it each month, and you'd get a new VHS to put in these boxes, and it was just 2 episodes.
Was that the Time Life one, or is that the different
one? It was a long time ago, so it might have been Time Life.
Time Life did a ton.
Because I know they were over here as well.
Yeah, I did like Beverly Hillbillies and like Star Trek, and I used to have a bunch of like Star Trek VHS.
It's Sweet Willie.
I think I sold that like one of my Elvis box sets once. Like I was moving away. It was like I think it was a.
Hold on. You sold him one. You didn't give him one. You sold him one.
I was moving. Yes, I did. I gave him lots of stuff.
Despicable. Glenn, if I ever see you, I'll give you movies for free.
Don't believe him. I've got nothing so. Hey there, Gino. Thank you. Unfortunately, a lot of people got hit pretty hard.
No. You're right, Gino. You feel weak and fatigued. I'm glad I'm safe and healthy given the devastating storm that hit his area.
Like, if you're feeling weak, like, stay healthy, rest up, dude. That's the most important thing. Like, if you're able to watch this video, like, and you're resting, great. If you're not, go rest.
What you need to do, Gino, is you need to get the. You're welcome, Glenn. What you need to do is you need to relax on the sofa or in bed or whatnot. Listen to this stream. Type the odd thing that you feel you want to type, and then just have a good laugh if you can.
Use this as a podcast. There we go.
Yeah.
Our soothing voices. Yeah. Are there any VHS tapes that you wish you hadn't thrown away? There's a bunch. See, here's the thing, Keg. When I lived in St. John's, we had an area in the basement, and I had a bunch of VHS tapes that were put in a plastic container. and there were some of my best, like some like horror stuff, some great stuff. There's a flood, and somehow it got inside the container, which was supposedly, by the way,
You and these natural disasters happening.
it was. So I lost a lot of stuff. There's a few different ones that I would love to have still. Some of the Anchor Bay stuff. I used to have a lot of those clamshell ones, those like Dario Argento ones. With
the better ones.
Yeah, with the you turn it around and it'll be writing on the back, stuff like that. So there's a Supergirl one that was put out, like
What's this?
that type of stuff. And I would still love to have, and Dad will remember this, because Dad had a friend, and they want to talk about like being mean. Here's the thing: I'm the biggest.
Hold on. I just got to say, she said, Dad will remember this because he had a friend. So is he never had any other friends?
Got moved away. But like Dad had lots of friends. But here's the thing: I was the biggest Halloween fan in the world. So CD World was coming out the next day with this big Anchor Bay, first time ever Halloween box set. It's going to be a black case, big double disc set. Both the VHSs are going to be orange. Going to have the TV version.
Oh wow!
I'm so excited. I am so excited. Dad gets there. His friend gets there. They both get ahead of me in line. I'm the biggest fan, by the way, of Halloween. We know where this is going, right? So I get up there. I'm like the third person. There are two people before me. There is Dad. There is Dad's friend. And then there's me. So when I get there, guess what's sold out? Guess what's wait another 2 weeks?
You're telling me they only had 2 copies.
Yeah. I am. And sometimes you just get like one when they bring in some of their Hammer.
They weren't prepared.
Oh, they never were stuff like that. Like you were lucky when you got like more than a couple copies. With the VHS, especially if you Anchor Bay, because they bring like 1 or 2 copies. And if you were lucky, you'd go down there, you get like the Dario Argento. When that phenomenon, like 1 copy came in. I don't think another one came in after that. If they did, it was like about a month or 2 later.
I'll be honest with you. One of the VHSs I regret not having is Sakura Killers now.
But it may be coming out. That's the thing, right? But still, I'm the VHS.
I hope so, but
Cabbage Patch Dolls all over again. I am of the age, Maddie, that you can't remember those tapes. See, look, this is why I'm the bigger fan, because I remember the tapes. I remember those.
That's not true.
Orange tapes.
You remember them.
The face.
You remember. The reason Glenn doesn't remember them is because he was such a VHS player. So it's like, I got this over here. Yeah, you can just look at that. There we go. And I got this now and this. And you're like, oh, no, look, in my collection.
Dad had a massive, like I got a big collection here now, but Dad had a massive VHS collection back in the day. Like he got rid of a lot of stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, I watched 2.
I own that, Gino. I own Treasure of the Lost Lamp on DVD.
Hey there, Kubrick. Doing pretty good so far. We got freaked out with Lordy, but luckily that turned out okay. Yeah, I was.
Hey, Kubrick.
I was in grade 7 when the Cabbage Patch Dolls became a big thing, and my sister wanted one. So we went to. I was living in Alberta, and in Kamloops, Alberta at the time, and we went to this store, and I watched two older ladies, get into a freaking fist fight over a Cabbage Patch doll, like legit rolling on the floor into a fist fight over a Cabbage Patch doll. Which is ridiculous.
It's quite collectible now, though.
Like that was my sister. She got hers, luckily. But here's the thing: I've been through like Cabbage Patch Kids, Buzz Lightyear, Toko Miyamo, but Cabbage Patch was by far
Man
was the worst.
Yeah.
VHS. I would like to have CED. That's the thing I would love to have. I think CED is one of the most collectible things because you have them. They're plastic. And they've got like the artwork, and so they're size of a Laserdisc, but they're more sturdy. Not to watch per se, but I like to have them to own, like to kind of like display.
Yeah. Talk about Buzz Lightyear. I remember seeing that on TV when everybody was going crazy for it. That was basically the Turbo Man whole story, wasn't it? Really, when you think about it.
I lucked out on the Buzz Lightyear one. I remember I was working with my dad. We were doing like the flea market, and we did really good. That like one, like really good. And we were in a mall, and upstairs was Zellers. Zellers was upstairs, and we finished. And before we left, I went upstairs that day, and I picked up Buzz Lightyear, and I picked up this like it was this like wrestling buddy, like it's like uh, a plush wrestling figure of like
Oh, kind of like the Hulk Hogan Ultimate
it
Warrior
was
ones.
it was Hollywood Hogan, and if you could pin him, and he would go 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, and he'd be like, "Hey brother," like type of thing. So yeah, I picked up all my Christmas presents for my kids that day, and Buzz Lightyear and Hulk Hogan were two of them.
Video store review asks Malcolm, I'm really trying to work out where you are based on your accent. I'm British too, but it's still tough to guess. I'm thinking maybe Kent. Am I close? I'm from Barking in Essex.
So I thought you were going to say
Barking and Dagenham in Essex. Somewhere in that area. So, not too far from what you said, really.
CD of Gulliver's Travels. That's actually kind of cool. It's crazy America for a short time. People buying the pet rock. Yeah, my aunt I think had a pet rock, and mood rings. They had these things like mood rings. They kind of had made a comeback later on, but like in the 70s, my dad will probably remember. Like there was these rings, and you put them on. Ooh, look, it's this color, so that means I'm really, really right. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about mood rings?
Mood rings. Yeah. Do you remember mood rings?
Yeah, they're in the stores. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're like cheap as dirt, like to buy now, but like they were a big thing back then. They were like massive. Like before me, I was young when that came out.
My wife put one on me, right, and it had the colour that said "in love," and I said, if you turn it a little bit more, I will. There'll be a deeper red going on. But we didn't buy them because it's kind of weird that they change colour and that with your mood. It's really weird. Where's the most expensive item in your collection?
Well, that's a good question, actually.
Let's have a look. Let's think.
Whenever I can.
Let's see. I've got animes in my collection what are worth like 200-300 quid.
What's the most expensive thing you paid for?
Most expensive thing, whatever.
That you paid, like a movie.
And movie-wise, it would be. Trying to think.
Like for me, I already said it's one of my Disney treasures. Like that was the most expensive thing in my collection because it costs a lot to pick it up. But normally, I am the type of guy that I'll either buy it, if I like it, like initially. I guess aside from that, it's probably Al Adamson because I picked up the big edition.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's one of them. Maybe that's one of them. The Manuel set recently. But I'll be honest with you, Elvin. I'm the type of guy that I'll spend like £600-800 on a whole load of media in one go, then buy one thing that's big. You know what I mean? Unless it's a really great item, because I want more from my buck for the most part, even if I'm overbuying.
So this is Disney Treasures Cake. Walt Disney did this whole series with Leonard Maltin, and
it's got a dent in it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it came from Morocco. It came from Morocco. You're not one of those people, right?
Yeah, it would be the manual set. Yeah, I thought it would be. I think that's for everybody. I think that's for a lot of people at the moment. Hey, Cinema Dave.
He remembers the mood rings. I can imagine Cinema Dave like having a mood ring.
I can imagine having one on each finger and going, look, I'm all the colours like the Infinity Stones.
Well, except there was no Infinity Stones back then.
No, I'm saying, with the rings. Was it not in the comics then?
No, you're talking about like late 60s, early 70s, right? And I don't think Starlin's like Infinity came up to like really the Infinity 80s.
We've got the cool Lex Luthor in the building. Hi, Andy.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah,
He's
one on
back at
each
school.
finger.
That'd be cool, though.
What is Disney Treasures?
I just showed one up there. That's why I brought one up.
Do any of you collect old magazines? I collect, now this is going to
Yes.
make me sound bad, Josephine. I collect a magazine called AG, right? Which basically has part hentai stories in them, right? But continue on, right? And I bought them all the way from America with me in a box that cost me $600 to get me.
I'm shocked. I am shocked. My delicate constitution
Yep.
is shocked.
I'll be honest, I don't think about that kind of stuff, but the artwork was just so phenomenal. But I felt like I owed it to the people that made the magazine to keep them.
It is crazy to Cinema Day. It is like a $1,500. I mean, and I like me some Disney. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If that was a $500 set, I'd buy it because there's enough there. Like, so
It'll shoot down. I reckon they'll go down to 700 at some point. Nobody but over the top buyers are going to buy that when all the movies, for the most part, are already available. So it's going to shoot down. It ain't going to sell out. It can't. Yeah, that reminds me, Jason. You owe me that magazine, but you said you were going to send to me.
What's your favorite Ray Harryhausen movie?
That's easy. That's easy. Straight away, Jason the Argonauts.
Which one?
Jason the Argonauts.
Okay. Golden Voyage, same about, I think.
They're close second for me. So my friend got a horror magazine collection.
I used to collect a lot of horror magazines, actually. I had a massive collection of horror magazines. Not as big as Jason, who sold his stuff too. We did I had a whole Fango collection. But I had a lot of the other, I had some Fango, some Gorzone, Horror Fan, I think it was called, Toxic. I used to have a lot of the Movie Time ones. And I had a lot of Playboy as well. I bought.
I'm gonna be honest. When I saw Jason's collection, I was surprised to know he only had 3 magazines.
Your Grails had Disney Treasures are still a Golden Age of Looney Tunes Volume 5.
Golden Voyage is great. Yeah. I turned 83. Why is he that old?
What's your favorite Brian De Palma film? Body Double. Easy for me, actually.
That's my least favorite. I put that on. I just went. What is this mess? What is this mess of a film?
It is Deborah Shelton on the screen.
It's
Show some
awful.
Respect, you plebe.
Awful. What did you call me?
Yes, I mean I'm serious, dude. Deborah Shelton. You are dissing the beauty that is Deborah Shelton. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Dress to Kill is brilliant, but I think, if I'm honest, I think it's a mixture for me between Dress to Kill and Blowout, because Nancy Allen's just stunning in those movies.
Blowout is a brutal ending, man. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's brutal. Look, people are backing me up with this Body Double love.
That's because everybody who's seen it hasn't seen it a second time, so they're like, "Oh, different film." They're getting confused with, let's say, Double Jeopardy. We're getting mixed up with that, aren't you?
See, we all watch Body Double more than once. You've only watched it once. That's the thing. You got to watch it again.
I watched the. Actually, you know what probably ruined it for me? If I'm honest, I put it in the Fury's great. I put it in, and actually, I got it from Orbit. Right, the true story. I got it from Orbit. I put it in, and halfway through, the disc froze.
Oh, that sucks.
Then I bought the movie again, sealed from Indicator, watched it, and just sat there going, what is going on here? This is just, ugh. So it could have been because the first time.
You got Barbara Crampton at the beginning of the film, at her peak, in that scene.
If I want to see her in her peak, I watch her in Reanimate getting eaten out by a head.
Still choosing Body Double. You've got Deborah Shelton, also at her peak. You have Craig Wasson, Deborah Shelton. Are you serious? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Deborah Shelton was How can you not know David Sheldon? Like, forget like the. And I'll take a scene right from
9
Body.
times. 9 times. Whew. It's just all over the place.
Sure.
Yeah.
She's got like these really, really blue eyes, like these insanely blue eyes. Not as insanely blue
I'll
as
say
Meg
it again.
Foster.
I'll say it again. Who?
And Blood Tide. You know Blood Tide? Okay,
Yeah, I know
let me
Blood
finish
Tide.
Jack. Greg Henry, who is always good.
Who?
No, you're not saying that. Greg Henry, man. And of course, Frankie Goes to Hollywood and the song Relax, which I did not know was about what it was about when I was a kid. I thought, this is an amazing song. It sounds fantastic. I'm like, when I got older, much older, I was like, oh, Relax is about what again?
Yeah.
I did not know. This
You
is an
didn't know
amazing
that?
song. No, God. Are you serious? I was a
Phenomenal.
naive little babe in the woods.
I think a
Family
lot of
Paradise
people
is a great
watch.
choice.
I
love
think a lot
Family
of people watch. I think a lot of people watch Body Double. Just wanted to have a body double.
It's such a classic. Mandy Griffith is like, that's a very early role for her. Like, and that wasn't supposed to be Mandy Griffith either. It was supposed to be like an excellent.
I'll tell you my honest opinion is of the film, right? And a lot of people, obviously, because we've got a lot of lovers of the film in here. But I don't mind, being a different opinion. I just felt like the movie jumped around so much and had all this weird stuff going on in it.
If there's anything that I will say, and what I think is a legitimate complaint, like everybody got different opinions. I'm just joking, guys. But is that the ending literally makes no sense.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
absolute ending makes no sense at all. But I was okay. Like, the ride is good enough that I'm okay with that.
There's some phenomenal moments. Don't get me wrong. There's some really good moments. But Scarface. How did I forget Scarface? Huh?
Say hello to my little friend. Hello.
I could have cracked that.
God. Sorry, man.
Scott, I always love that. I've always lived by that line that Tony Montana says in the movie. First, what's it? First you get the money, then you get the power, and then you get the women. I've always lived by that.
It's a good job predicting the 90s erotic thrillers. But I call Body Double a giallo. I wouldn't call Body Double giallo per se. I would say that Dress to Kill is an American giallo, though. 100%.
Yeah,
Sisters, I love.
Yeah.
I love Sisters. I think Sisters is criminally underrated when it comes to its films. We got like Jennifer Salt, right, and Margot Kidder in Sisters.
Yeah.
Do I have the cast right?
Yeah.
And of course, William Finley. Malcolm does have a channel. It's Made to December. Which, by the way, I got to get you to send me your link on it, because I tried linking it and I just get like a random Facebook thing.
Oh, yeah, because you're starting to because people are starting to attack you on this, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you need to put Mel's link down below because he's a stud. Obsession is one of the most. It is underrated, actually. Isn't that the one for Arrow released in the slipcase?
Cliff Robertson, I think. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this too, and this is going to be really controversial, especially considering in October we're doing the Alfred Hitchcock ranking. That's going to be insane. I think Obsession. Are you ready for this, Malcolm? Is a better Vertigo than Vertigo. I know. I went there. And I'll tell you why. Vertigo made me sad. And Obsession was happy.
Thank you for subscribing, Elvin. I appreciate that. I just saw the notification.
Yes. Guys, if you're here and you've been watching Malcolm and you're not subscribed, make sure that you do that.
Yeah. Subscribe to me. Get me to 1,000 subs. And then I'll start working on my channel because I don't get money. So I'm just leaving it now.
All right, guys. That's the same. And then we'll be doing like crossover things.
Yes.
Swords crossover.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome.
Because now StreamYard gives you the option to like simulcast on 2 channels at the same time.
Oh, nice. That'd be pretty cool. I want to talk about passion. Right, Jason, right? I watched Passion. I really, really like it, but isn't it it's a remake of Love Crimes? I think. I
Is
could
it?
be wrong, but I'm sure it is. Yeah, you know the French film. I didn't mind Passion that much. I thought it was a bit, I thought it was kind of like old Brian De Palma, where you feel like they've lost it a little bit, like Argento a bit with his more recent films. But I did enjoy it. Flaming TV. Malcolm is so funny. When Alan was showing off his Disney treasure ship, Malcolm pointed out the dent.
And it's not because of jealousy either.
Oh, so he's flexing again.
There we go. I don't want to flex, dude. Last time we said that, remember what happened? Aaron's not doing that. Stole the ending to Tenebrae with Raising Cane. I don't know if he stole it so much as like he definitely like. Here's the thing: De Palma homages a lot of stuff in his films. Hitchcock like crazy, right? But I think it is absolutely wonderful the way that he takes that like Tenebrae ending, and it works so well. Raising Cane. Raising Cane is such an underrated De Palma film. People don't talk about that one enough, actually.
Well, it's a difference, isn't there? There's a difference between stealing technically and paying homage to something. It's a very fine line, and I think because De Palma's such a talented director, it goes pretty good. And plus, it's like, what was that? The Duke of Burgundy. It still's the beginning of what I think it's What Have You Done to Solange, or the other one, What Have You Done to Your Daughters? It's almost the exact same beat for beat beginning.
Yeah. Halloween steals like the opening, like kind of like the camera sequence from Touch of Evil. Well, steals, How would I rate the Thornbirds? My God, it's been so long since I've seen the Thornbirds. I liked that back in the day. Richard Chamberlain, if it's the one I'm thinking of, right? And they did like a sequel in that too. I loved Rich Man, Poor Man, which was the first like TV miniseries.
Is that the one about Nick Nolte in it?
Yeah, like so. Dad'll remember this actually. So Rich Man, Poor Man had Nick Nolte and I think Peter Strauss. I think it's Peter Strauss.
I think so.
I got it upstairs actually. But there's a character on Days of Our Lives. Been on it for years called Patch, and he's like kind of the cool guy's got an eye patch, and so that was kind of like a taken from like Rich Man, Poor Man. And later on, they'd put a character on their name, Roman or John Black, they call him, and he would be taken from something from the Bourne Identity, like the TV version of the Bourne Identity. Shakin' Stevens big.
Casualties of War is great, but very hard to watch. Yeah, it is.
Are you a Shakin' Stevens
fan?
Are you a big Shakin' Stevens?
Yeah. Glenn Sorva, I sang a Christmas song with Shakin' Stevens on my channel.
I didn't watch that one. I got to get back and check that. The first tape I ever bought, audio tape cassette I ever bought was Shakin' Stevens.
Really?
Yeah, it was. It was. They had one of those, those TV things where you send in to buy. So it was like a Shakin' Stevens one. I had like the best Shakin' Stevens, and I actually remember like running because I'd seen the commercial a few times on TV. Because this isn't the days where you tape it off or something like that. You'd have to run and like write down the address really quickly, like write down the address. Address, send your money to. So I did it. My own money, and I saved up. I had like put my money in the mail and sent it for Shakin' Stevens, and it came. I was like, I think maybe 2 months later, and I played that thing like crazy. I love it.
Len says, I saw it. I'm glad you saw it because I think you were probably one of the only people that did say it. Let's have a look. Oh, wow, these comments are shooting today. Let's have a look.
They are. This has been fantastic, actually. Jennifer Connelly's one of the most beautiful actresses. I would agree with that one. I love Jennifer Connelly.
Just released two streams ago. Why those superheroes look so old? They are the Golden Girls. It's true.
Yeah, there you go.
Brian De Palma has never had a single Oscar nomination. That's shocking.
And there's movies that
What's the last great film from Dario Argento? The last great film from Dario Argento.
Oh God, you know what? I'm gonna look because I don't want to get it wrong. Because I do. I normally say like I love Steinbeck syndrome. I really, really do. But maybe opera, to be honest, like Dario Argento's opera. Not fan of the opera with Julian Sands, right? Rest in peace. But like Dario Argento's opera, I really like that one. But I do love Stendhal. I think Stendhal came after opera. Am I correct?
Yes, I
Uh,
believe so.
so I'll go with Steinel because I think Steinel is good enough that I would consider that was one of his last
I
greats. Isaiah
actually,
Argento's best performance.
no offense to anybody who likes opera because it is a good film, but I do think it's lackluster compared to the other Jello style there because the time change. I don't think it. My favorite scene is where the guy just constantly terrorizes. It's got one of the best shots in history through the eye hole. I love that shot. It's so beautiful. For me, I would say Phenomena or
You think that's
Creepers.
his last great one?
I think that's one of them.
I mean, like
You know.
I think he's
What about Dark Masterpiece, wasn't it, Aaron?
actually I like Dark Glasses. I don't think it was
Did
perfect,
you really?
but I really liked that. I really did like Dark Glasses.
Wow.
But I will say I it was twice. It was the second time before I watched Dark Glasses that I actually really really dug it. The first time was.
Oh, I'll say.
No, I will tell you
Yeah,
one
maybe one of
thing.
those films. Yeah.
Dracula 3D, like Dad mentioned Dracula 3D, he's joking. But that is a horrible film, but that's one of the most enjoyable, horrible films I've ever watched. I want a freaking t-shirt with that neon green, like praying mantis on it. Yes, he has made a good film with Isaiah, and it's called Stendhal Syndrome. That got one of her best performances, actually.
I tell you this, I bought Dracula 3D, and it was stolen from me the next day in a burglary. What does that tell you? It's hot. It's a hot.
Somebody was like trying to save you some punishment. Yeah, Shadow Dead is my favorite, actually. Dark Glasses is good. I mean, I don't think it's perfect. I think it's a big step up from what he did before. Dracula 3D wasn't that great. Card Player is watchable, but Card Player is not a really good D'Argento film. Like I like Sleepless. I like certain sequences in Sleepless. I think Max von Sydow is really good. I think that Murder on the Subway part that's really good. But I think that some of the acting in Sleepless, but that'd be for a lot of these movies overall, is that it's weaker. Like it's weaker. Like there's weaker actings in some of the earlier films, but there's always like an actor that kind of like there's always enough there to like
hit his stride.
Yeah, exactly. Because not all the acting is great in like Tenebrae. Tenebrae is my favorite. That's my favorite Argento film, like bar none. But we got John Saxon in there. We have John Steiner.
Yeah, I love John Steiner.
He's like
listening to him talk about
that.
the deported movies. The ones he did. He loves those. I will say this: I think one of my favourite Argentos is Inferno.
Really? Wow,
I just love the color palette on it. Sleepless is decent, but it gets really silly near the end. Giallo itself with Adrian Brody, I can't stand that movie.
That is not a good one. I'm with you on that one, actually.
And Mother of Tears, to me, I feel like was ruined. It was terrible because I think because they waited so long for the trilogy to be finished, it kind of dampens it.
I'm going to say this right now. I would rather watch The Black Cat, which is not by Argento, that dared Nickelodeon on, than I watch Mother of Tears. Isaiah Argento's the hardest to see above all.
I haven't seen Dark Glasses either, to be honest, Jason. I've got the Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Like don't expect it going in to like be like key Argento, but it's a big step above like some of the other stuff.
Deep Red does blow away Tenebrae, Kege. I agree with you there. But I will say this, Tenebrae has a phenomenal soundtrack. It has some of the best kills. So I feel like Deep Red has such a great atmosphere and is it David Hastings? David Hemmings, right?
In Deep Red, you mean?
Yeah, Deep Red. Yeah. Hemmings, right? The guy?
David Hemmings, yeah. The guy from Blowout.
David Hemmings. Yeah, I think him and Dario Nicola are really great together in it. And I love the fact that if you watch the film carefully, you know who the killer is from the very first 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. But almost nobody does. Like, I don't know. I, to this day, don't know anybody, and that's me included, that watched Deep Red and knew who the killer was from the opening. Like, once you know, like, or puts things there, and and you look for and all that type of thing, and you watch them now in like pristine quality.
I'll
Like,
be
oh yeah, just a
honest.
kill.
I'll be honest with you. I only noticed after watching it, I think the fourth or fifth time.
Same here.
And I went, hold on a minute. You know.
Like for me, I love Deep Red. I think it's probably one of the best giallos ever made. Uh, it's kind of like the Friday the 13th 4. Like, okay, this is a stamp,
Yeah.
like making the best thing. But I think Tenebrae is a better constructed film, and I'll explain why. I think it has a better soundtrack than Deep Red. The Deep Red soundtrack is almost like super on par with that. It's creepy as hell. I think that the reasoning behind the kills and the double twist works a bit better for me. And for an ending, I don't think you can beat Tenebrae's ending. Look, ending of Deep Red is good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. I like the way it's done, and you've experienced Deep Red, whatever. But the ending of Tenebrae is epic. So he said, it was, he stole it. Like he took it for Raising Cain. There's a reason.
Yeah.
Because there's that sequence. Because you follow, I want to talk about it, but don't want to give stuff away for people who haven't seen it. Like the killer in Tenebrae, there's a double twist in Tenebrae. So the eventual reveal is really, really good. So, and there's a double twist with that reveal. There's a double twist with the killer reveals, and there's a double twist at the ending. And there's a scene right at the end when Darren Niccolodi screams. So they'd been filming for so long and working on this film and trying to get this scene and everything done. So when she screams, when Darren Niccolodi screams in Tenebrae, it's real. It's a real scream. It's a scream of frustration, of exhaustion. And it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think that if somebody said, well, I like Deep Red better than Tenebrae, I get it 100%. Construction, the way it's put together, the actors that are in it, the chemistry that Darren Niccolodi has with David Hemmings, it's just incredible. You can't beat that. It's just, for me personally, there's certain things that in Tenebrae is actually slightly I'll steal from Max Headroom, 5 minutes in the future. Tenebrae is slightly futuristic, and a lot of people don't remember that. Is that Tenebrae is like a very clean, a very white, very bright looking film in the daylight. And that's the thing. When Dario Argento was doing it, it's yes, this movie is kind of set 5 minutes in the future. It's slightly futuristic. And he never did that again. And he didn't have to nobody had to put on spacesuits or never to just go any kind of crazy science fiction way with it. It's just there in the background. It didn't have to be really alluded to. It's just when you know it type of thing.
I just want to say to Video Store Reviews comment, that suggests of early Argento. Same with Crystal Plumage. It never shows you the killer at the beginning, but it's our judgment that blinds us to seeing it. And that's true.
That is totally true. And yes, that is the quote, by the way. It's from Sherlock Holmes. We have eliminated all which is impossible, then whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
And Dustin says he thinks about that stream a lot. I would love to know what you're doing when you think about it.
Probably not what you're doing. The blood pops in Tenebrae. It does. This the blood.
One of my favorite scenes is where the killer in Tenebrae goes all the way and he's shoving the book pages in her mouth. I love that. I don't know why, but it's just one of those scenes that just makes me go, "Wow, this is a really sensual scene."
Well, there's the LGBTQ couple, the lesbian couple, murder scene, which is a fantastic murder sequence.
Brilliant, yeah.
And the girl at the beginning, the one you mentioned, the one that gets killed. That was, she was married to a famous politician. Actually, afterwards, he tried to get the movie banned. I'm not joking. That really happened, guys. She is gorgeous. She is absolutely stunning.
Yes.
But no, I mean, that's what we should do sometime. Malcolm rank Tenebrae.
Oh, that's gonna be hard, isn't it?
Rank the Argentos.
Well, once I've watched 5 Days, I would have seen all of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen 5 Days in years. Is it true that 7 are releasing Opera? I have heard rumblings.
Yes, it was announced.
Did they announce it?
No, it was soft announced, but they're definitely releasing it.
Yeah, what's the film? The guys from Streets of San Francisco? That's Cat of Nine Tails. You're talking about Carol Malden. He plays the blind man in a Cat of Nine Tails. That's my
That's one I
least
find
one.
most
Least favorite.
forgettable. That's one I find most forgettable.
I think the reason is not because the killer and all that's really. I don't like the reason behind it.
Yeah.
That's when it does go into a little bit of the absurd. Like he's not killing because there's some like deep seated reason. He's killing because he's got the wrong genes. I'm not joking. There's a science reason. Oh no, he's got killer genes. Anybody watch Riverdale? Yeah, he's got killer genes. I like what that Jason said there, which I'm guessing is what Malcolm laughed at. I hate that he does that, by the way.
I'm just glad because I was going to buy the German version. I was going to buy the German version when it was announced, which had like 4 discs and everything. But I'm like, eh.
The second, like 4 Flies got announced, everything was like off the table for me, like buying anything from Argento anywhere else because that made me think, Severin. And if Severin's not doing it, and Severin's close with Vinegar Syndrome, then Vinegar Syndrome will do it. Like I know a lot of people hate on Trauma a lot, and I know it's not one of his better films. There's definitely some weakness to Trauma, but I actually dig that film. I'm surprised more people haven't.
It's all right for what it is. It's all right for what it is. It's not a great Giallo. It's not a great Giallo by any means, but it's all right. It reminds me of a lot of movies from that time with a lot of directors were more the old school. They kind of had that. Do you know what I mean? When they did the more American style kind of thing.
Well, that's what he's trying to do. Like, it's one of his 2 films that he shot in America. He shot that one, and he shot at least part of 2 Evil Eyes in the United States. But I like the cast in Trauma. You got like Brad Dourif there, Asia Argento. She was younger in that one, wasn't she? It's like she was.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess it was a different time.
She was in her 20s, wasn't she?
When she did Trauma, she was. Yeah. No, she was a kid. Like she actually, because she's got a new.
She can't have been a kid because she was the lead.
She was the lead, but she's a teenager.
She wasn't a teenager in that.
Yeah, there's a whole big deal, like Malcolm, about the fact that she did a nude, like a topless scene when she was underage.
Let's have a look here.
Everyone but me, Mike, has gotten the Manuel box set. That's what I think.
I think you're thinking of a different film.
No, I'm serious. Look it up. That's actually one of the kind of the big. That was a controversy back then with Trauma. Like there's movies like Trauma is one, A Pretty Baby, like with Brooke Shields, and God, what's the other one that I'm thinking of? I had a second ago. Cemetery Man should be a really good release. Actually, I'm a very big fan of that one. Malcolm is looking up the age of Asia Argento for Trauma.
I am.
I think her first role wasn't an Argento film. It was in Demons because she's the little girl in Demons.
She was 18.
She was not 18 when she did Trauma. There's actually a big deal.
She was 18. 1993. She was 18.
18 when Trauma came out? Okay, because let's go with that because I remember back then there was a massive deal over Trauma. So we got Trauma put up by Argento, right? Which was in what year? In 1993.
1993.
And so what it came out
is a masterpiece. Love that film.
Which
was about the one Meatloaf, right?
Stage Fright. Actually, I do not mind that film. Actually,
what, the Meatloaf one?
It's cheesy fun.
I love that film.
But
yeah, I reckon that will come out in 4K.
Now she was 17.
Yeah, but she's not a kid.
Well,
it didn't come out. It didn't come out. When was the film actually released? What month?
That's the thing. That's why she's 17. Because it was released in March. Her birthday's in October.
Well, it doesn't be what's the name? Does it? Natasha Kinski and what one's that one? Yeah.
To the Devil Daughter.
She was 14 in that. She was 14.
Yeah, but shot in Europe, it's different. Like there's different laws in different countries. Like in Europe, like it was like that. That's the thing. But doing it over like in the 90s, it was a bigger deal. Crazy stuff, man. It's silly stuff. It was not like a it was because the scene itself is it's a very innocent scene. It's not
I
like it's not a
guess.
sex scene or anything like that. It's basically just her changing type thing. Um,
Oh,
and
okay, so it's nothing then.
yeah, no, it's not. That's the thing. Like it's stupid. Like
I don't classify 17 as being a kid, but then that's because I grew up over there. So,
no, it's the thing, and you wouldn't. And like neither. Well, I do now. I'm 52. Like I'm sorry if you're in your like early 20s, you're
oh,
still
I
a kid.
would, don't get me wrong, I would if I was like nowadays, but I'm talking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I'm talking about like when I watched it, you know what I mean? Which would have been like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I was like, God, yeah. Stage fright in 4K would be great. Oh, I would kill for
Imagine
that.
the color would really pop.
Especially that owl,
Yeah.
that scene, that with owls with the cat sitting on the stage.
Oh, yeah.
That is just, and or the sequence with the feathers coming down, just gorgeous, gorgeous film.
I
And one
want
of
a
my
proper,
favorites.
I want a Blu-ray of House of Laughing Windows.
That would be fantastic. So far, like that one's only got like, as far as I know, it's only got a shameless like DVD release, right?
Yeah.
That's when you
Oh,
got. That's
yeah,
when I
yeah,
got.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I like the endings of that movie.
It's an incredible film. That's a TV film, apparently.
Yeah, it's got a lot of atmosphere.
And now understand, guys, when I say TV film, I mean like TV film over there, where they can actually do stuff in a TV film, as opposed to TV film in like North America, where they cut to commercial when all the good stuff happens. Jodie Foster's sister naked, and the little girl lives down the lane. She was naked playing Jodie Foster. Actually, that movie creeped me out when I was a kid. So A Little Girl Lived Down the Lane was a movie where Jodie Foster plays this little girl, this young girl who there's a twist to the whole thing, but she keeps being like visited by Martin Sheen, and he plays this creepy guy. He likes younger kid.
He plays himself.
Yeah, that's not Martin Sheen, but basically, so he's really, it creeped me out in that movie a lot. Like you really creeped me out.
I've seen clips of it, but I've never watched it.
Have you ever seen the movie? It's
No,
actually
but I've seen clips.
It's really good. It was a really good film. I saw it when I was young. That may make a difference too. But it bothered me because I knew people that I'd met
Yeah.
people like that were, I don't know if they were like that or just gave me that type of feel, that type of ick feel,
Yeah.
where you didn't feel safe or you didn't feel like
Yeah.
somebody would be safe around them. And that's Martin Sheen did a perfect job of that. Did I get the Bonanza set? I didn't. I wish I did. I actually love this. Love Bonanza.
I want the Lone Ranger.
Actually, you know what? There's the thing. I am doing, for those that have not seen it yet, for those that have seen it, thank you very much for watching. Not enough people have. I did a video last night, and I showed my Doctor Who, my modern day Doctor Who collection, and I put in a bonus right at the end of it. And I did another one, which hasn't been released yet, which is going to be released later on this week, where I talk about Secret Agent Man and The Prisoner, and I put in a really big bonus one at the end of that one there. But the next one that I'm doing, because I'm going through like different TV things where I'm basically showing off the TV set type thing, and then I'm putting in a set that kind of fits with it. But you have to watch the video to figure out what that set's going to be.
Or you can just skip to the end and see it.
Yeah, but then you missed out the good stuff. Like, so I basically, like, here's the Lone Ranger set, which is the big set, but you're going to miss that one, right? And so Lone Ranger's the next one that I'm filming, actually.
I had that Doctor Who set, by the way. I did years ago, and one of the discs got stolen, so I ended up missing out on it. That was before it was ever released, like you said in the video separately.
Yeah,
I like the Dalek individual set and that, and the revisits. But yeah, it was a good video. I thought it was good, and it was a good. And the good thing of it was it was a nice, short, to the point video as well. So it was very easy to watch on the go.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to do some like pre-taped short stuff, especially where I'm coming up on October, and I know that it's going to be a super busy month. That I want to get in some shorter videos, because not everybody can come in for like these longer ones that we do, these long form free kind of like
Yeah.
free flow videos, which we enjoy the hell out of.
Oh yeah.
Like, where else would you start talking about like Disney and end up talking about Argento?
Oh, we've got good news, by the way, guys. I just want to tell you this. Aaron has signed me on to a 25-year contract deal for
There you
being
go.
on the channel.
If I'm in here in 25 years, I'm going to be really tired person. Wait a minute. Did you not get some movies today?
I did get some movies. Would people like to see them? Let's show them.
Let's show the movies.
So, show them. They're all collector's editions as well, which is nice. So I got Following, the Nolan movie.
Oh, wow. That's the one from 101 Films?
Yeah. You know what's awesome about this? They cancelled it and sent it to me for free.
Are you serious?
Seriously, they cancelled it because it was pushed back, and then I got it for free because they sent it. So this is free. And this is what I was telling you about, how the terrible covers where it's got the booklet and the disc. Because you said you've only ever seen the really heavy ones.
Yeah, the hard boxes.
Yeah, these ones are soft. They're not the best. They look quite cheap, really. Then we've got, let me get these in order. Actually, I've got quite a few here. Then I got the E-Cine edition of Rumble in the Bronx. Look at that.
Following Keg is one of Christopher Nolan's really early films, actually.
And then to go with that one, we've got another one from the Cine edition, and that is Drunken Master 2.
We watched that one just a while ago, just before it came, actually.
Nice. Do you know it's one of the Jackie Chan's I've never watched?
Oh, it's a good one.
I think I never watched it because when it was always dubbed, on like the American release, I think through Miramax. And then they released it, I think, through Warner or something. So then I got Twin Dragons. My 8 films. Look at that cover.
80 films is such nice stuff. See, Dad will be like writing these down because Dad's a huge 80 films fan now.
You go, Glad. And then I got this, the Bruce Lee 4K, Event of the Dragon, but I got the one that had the silver steelbook and not the same cover as this bit. So my Bruce Lee collection is now complete in 4K. Malcolm picture is fuzzy. No, don't tell me that, Elvin.
It is actually a little fuzzy tonight.
It's very clear on mine.
Oh, really?
Which is not. Yeah.
I always check. I wasn't sure because, sometimes what I see doesn't reflect what the audience sees.
Shall I reset the camera?
Go for it. See if you come back in. It's going to reset the camera. Still need to pull the trigger on the Demons 4K and Night Demons. Yeah, I need those too.
Definitely. I would, but since they're not released over here, I'll probably wait. Well, I mean, I got Night Demons too, but I mean the actual bundle. So yeah, I'm really happy. The End of the Dragon set is 2,386 of 3,000. So
that's one of the limited sets?
What's that?
So that's one of the more limited sets?
Yeah. So I'm glad I got it. I know a lot of people. Oh, Malcolm is frozen in a pixel soup.
It's like you're in the Phantom Zone.
All right, let me leave and I'll come back. Because then it'll turn the camera off, and then.
I will. And then I'll just.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
I've heard that before. High seat and screen. Finish The Shallows with Blake Lively. I'll watch anything with Blake Lively, man. Especially The Shallows. Blake Lively in bikini for like 2 hours. Hell yeah, Aaron's watching that. Smooth Wi-Fi connection to the camera. We'll know in a second, actually. It's happened to me before. when it comes. Sometimes you can fix it. Like sometimes may not be his Wi-Fi. It could be like StreamYard. We can be doing video, and sometimes I'll just like freeze up, or I'll be gone, or I'll kind of people won't be able to hear me for a minute, and I'll have to come back in again. StreamYard's usually pretty good with stuff like that, especially for the money that I pay them. It should be. There you go.
Is that
Now we
right?
can see you. Yeah. Now
Okay.
you're way clearer.
Okay, there we go. Your camera's frozen in time. Just finished the Shallows with Blake Lively. I like that, Sweet Willem.
Yeah.
Sweet Willie. I like that. I thought it was all right.
It's a good movie. I'm like Blake Lively in a bikini. Yeah.
Ooh, I still can't believe she's married to Ryan Reynolds.
Really? Like they're two very attractive people.
You think it's attractive?
Yeah, I mean, like one, not only is it like I think he's a good looking dude. Two, he's actually super funny. And that like people say, oh, that girls really don't like guys with a sense of humor, guys like that's just what girls say. Yeah, no, it's not actually.
Look at Kubrick's comment. That's brilliant. This is a video collector named Darren Pin. His co-host froze on the screen and then left the stream. Little does he know, Malcolm is headed for a little place called the Twilight Zone. Just kidding.
Somebody said he picked up some Twilight Zone actually recently on the stream here. I'm a massive Twilight Zone fan. Here's the right now.
You read the comics of the Twilight Zone?
Oh yeah, I used to love the old Dell comics for the Twilight Zone stuff. I love there was the Dell comics. There's the Boris Karloff ones, like comics came out too. Here you go. Favorite anthology series. What's your favorite anthology series? That's your
yeah. My favorite anthology series is probably. It's not Tales from the Dark Side because I always thought those stories were a bit. I mean, they're all right, but they're very. Tales from the Crypt, I really like, but I think I'm really more a fan of. What was that one called?
I got
an Outer Limits, Tales from the Crypt.
Kind of and a Twilight Zone.
Oh no, actually, no. Sorry, Night Gallery.
Night Gallery. I'm surprised, but that's a good one. That's definitely a fun one. For me, it is. Let's see if I got it here. I'll bring it over. Actually, let me just say.
I've never seen the Outer Limits, which is bad.
Outer Limits is really good. My favorite is this one.
I need to pick those. I need to pick those up. Same with the Twilight Zone. I need to pick that up so I can watch them properly. Oh, I had said, I sold that in America for like $200.
$200 for the set.
Yeah.
But about this one initially came out. But great show. I guess I actually own both seasons of Hunger. I didn't mind. It's definitely more of an erotic series. But I kind of dug some of the Hunger episodes.
Tales of the Unexpected is good as well.
I loved Roald Dahl.
It was sad when he wasn't on the show anymore. It was really depressing.
No, this is the thriller that Boris Karloff did. No, there's one with Brian Clemens, which is probably the one that you're thinking about. But this one had a lot of big stars in it. William Shatner was in this one, Robert Vaughn, Tom Poston, Leslie Nielsen, Richard Chamberlain, Marlo Thomas, Mary Tyler Moore, Elizabeth Montgomery. There's Pigeons from Hell is a really, really good episode. One of the first episodes, and this is before it got super into the horror aspect, what is this, and this will become it's pretty relevant now. There's this mom and dad, and they're at a cabin, and their son is big into cowboys and stuff like that. And he ends up taking a gun to play with. And it's a real gun.
A real gun or a toy gun?
A real gun. And it sets out this kind of tense standoff with this kid with a gun. It's a really good episode. It's and it is so tense. I think it's literally one of the very first episodes. Child's Play. So it's the second episode. It's extremely good. This is like this is a
Nice.
great series. Let's see what to say. Give a description for it. A lonely boy deals with his estranged parents by losing himself in a fantasy world in a mountain cabin and roams the area with a rifle in hand. What's really nice about this is there's like a ton of like audio commentaries, unlike the
Yeah.
Columbo
I did
set from.
copy. I copied the discs. I copied the disc before I moved, so it's something I can definitely watch. I
It's a
really
it's
want
a
to watch. I really want to watch the Alfred Hitchcock series because I bought them recently. Well, I'd say about 6 months ago. But it's just a matter of getting in the right place to watch what you want to watch. Sometimes, you know what I mean. That isn't in the hunger.
Terrence Stamp. I think he is actually.
Ooh.
I thought he was. Let me check that out because I who was
I love Terence Stamp.
talking about the TV series.
Hmm. Stamp he hosted it. I think he hosted the second series, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what. He does. Because I had like I got both seasons. It's
I did, Elvin.
it's Canadian UK like co-production. You're right. Actually, it did a
Uh,
second series.
Base Motel was good, Elvin. I liked it, and I liked the end, but I didn't like some of it. I thought some of it was a bit dragged on a bit.
Yeah, like Terrence Stamp was did Hunger.
When are we getting the complete Coronation Street on Blu-ray? All 10,000 episodes, but across 4,000 discs.
Never.
Imagine how much that would cost.
That would be insane.
I think I'd go for it. I think I'd go for that, to be fair.
Boy actually shows up in the second season, I think, in the first episode. But yeah, he did host the first season, I think. Do I like
to
Bates
Nuts? Is
Motel?
that?
I thought Bates Motel was fun.
Nuts. It's Soup to Nuts, where basically you just drop it on you. The lime is really good. Yeah, I agree with that. I also loved him as the voice of Jarrell in Smallville.
Small was one of my
He's
favorites.
got such a great voice. He's got such a brilliant voice. You know, and he was great in Song too in Superman.
Because we're talking anthology series, so when you mentioned The Hunger, okay, we automatically went to the TV series, which is upstairs. Actually, I got that one and another one that's not a lot of people talk about or have, which is Femme Fatales. I got both seasons of that too upstairs.
Oh, the really sexual one.
Yeah, I did not know that. I bought it. Like I was shocked. I was clutching my pearls. I was clutching my pearls.
Oh, like this, were you? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's no, I like Lots shows. Red Shoe Diaries will obviously get like a full. Has that ever gotten a full release? It hasn't, has it?
No, it hasn't.
Because I know the movie did. Like I think like there was a few. I like The Hitchhiker's been put out, but like not well.
Very rare now, though.
The Hitchhiker, yeah.
Yeah, I was quite lucky. I found them in Walgreens for like $2 each.
I found them at my local Shoppers Drug Mart, like in a bargain bin. Because I think what happened is like whoever put it out, like whether the rights lost or the company wasn't doing it anymore. So basically, what happens when you see them in like Walgreens or Shoppers, or your Dollarama, Dollar Tree, whatever, is that they just buy loads of stuff, right? They buy like out like warehouses, and that's what you see come like up there at the price. Dark Shadows. I love me some Dark Shadows. I've got the original series up there. Unfortunately, it is it's not the legit original series, but it's a good quality one. I used to have the revival. I don't have that anymore. The 1990 revival series from Dark Shadows, 1990.
He was, wasn't he? Terence Stamp was the guy at the conference who says, "Just say yes."
Yes, I forgot that actually. Then again,
I
Yes
just
Man was
remember
never
that.
on
Thanks, Stamp. It's a great movie, Yes Man. It's based on a true story, isn't it?
Have I seen Barbie? I didn't. I have got to get. I've got to see it. I still haven't finished it.
It went live today. In case you wonder, it went live.
I did it.
On the sites.
Oh, so basically, it's streaming now.
No, not that kind of site.
Oh. That Small Soldiers is a far better commentary on the effect of dolls and boys than Barbie did for girls. I mean, different. It's not the same thing.
Oh, what? I actually think Terence Stamp is a terrible actor. Every line he delivers is false, totally stilted, zero on-screen chemistry.
I got 100% disagree with that. Actually,
You're lucky that You're lucky Aaron's got the power. Otherwise, I'd have blocked you for that.
But you know, Small Soldiers is a fun movie. It's like it's a Gremlins type of movie, and
Yeah.
But Barbie's a different thing. I've
Completely
friends,
different, isn't it?
like one of my friends, like she saw Barbie, and there's a scene. It's meant to be kind of a funny scene. It's talking about certain things, but she cried like at the scene, like it hit her, like they were talking about something and it just hit her, and she was like, I didn't expect this to hit me this way. And
I guess that
as
could
much
work.
as much as I like Small Soldiers, there's no time in Small Soldiers where anything hit me to the point where I'm like, oh yeah.
I cried at that movie. I
He's quite
cried, but I was never going to get with Kirsten Dunst because I was really young at the time, obviously, right? And that boy, I thought he was a big goofball, and I wanted to be him. Stand by it, and nobody who watches the Limey can doubt, but the editor did most of the work.
I can. Good for you for sticking by your thoughts though. Probably the adult.
I was talking about Barbie, the adult movie.
Not the Barbie movie, whatever they call them, a triple X parody. Who puts those up?
Feet, like, the new one.
Puts out a bunch of those, right? Like do like not Married with Children, not like
not Married with Children, not Barbie, not Cindy, not you name it.
Yeah, it's
not
like
Family
Guy,
not Ghostbusters. My favorite one is the Taxi Driver one.
Is there a Taxi Driver one?
That's one. Yeah, the Taxi Driver one. That's the best one.
Oh no, the Halloween ones.
I love that. What one?
I can't say.
I'll
put it this way. I will say which Halloween one on a live Patreon stream, because in order for me to say it, I'd have to like mention certain details.
You'd have to describe the scenes in great detail.
There we go. That's like Tenra Mazzaro is the best for that, man. Like I don't think there's anybody like that does that type of stuff better than Tenra Mazzaro. You more Amicus movies from Indicator Blu-ray. I love Amicus. I love Amicus, man.
Not your Brady Bunch. That's one.
I did not see that movie, and I didn't see the one with the Avengers with China either.
Hey.
If she was in it, who knows? Anybody could have been in that movie. She could have been playing She-Hulk.
I think early. Oh, Sweet Willie said, "Now I'm watching Broken City with Mark Wahlberg." Yeah, that's not a good movie. I didn't like that movie.
Which one?
Broken City. You know Mark Wahlberg and Russell Crowe.
I don't think I finished it. Like, no, that does mean like I just didn't finish it at the time. I don't think I ever went back to it. Which label do I think has moved farther away from their titles than originally released? You think Arrow Video, personally? I don't think they have, because Arrow Video has come back. Like, there's been a time, I think, when I used to feel that way. Like, oh, Arrow Videos aren't releasing slashers or Giallo anymore, but they really are now. So they've really kind of come back to that. What do you think, Malcolm? I'm trying to think. What company do you think?
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with the Arrow thing, just because that was brought up. I think they had, for a good couple of years, lost what they were. But I feel like now they're releasing such a great mixture. Bringing back these like Japanese, like the game trilogy and stuff like that. It's the type of stuff they would have originally released. But I think these companies now, they've got more of a reputation, so they get more of these big movies like Psycho and stuff like that now. And that's moneymakers, isn't it? Because people love Psycho. But I think it's great, but they're mixing them in.
So what company do you think would be the one that's gone farthest away from what they initially were?
Indicator. It'd be Indicator.
Indicator?
Because I miss when they were releasing the older like British films and more.
And Vinegar Syndrome. I'll go there. Indicator and Vinegar Syndrome are the two that I think have moved the farthest away from what they were when they started out.
Ooh,
looks like Dad's watching
Werewolf. You've got to tell me what you think, Glenn.
Yeah, and this has got. We know this one has good 4K, so
Mm.
we're just putting it out there right now. No pressure.
I've watched the 4K of that, Glenn, and I know. But if you say there isn't, well, then I know that you're just saying there is. There you go.
But yeah, I think Indicator for sure. They've moved away a lot, and I think Vinegar Cinema's moved away a lot from what.
I think Vinegar Syndrome's dying.
I don't think they're dying.
I think it's like a slow burning wound. I really do. I will tell the truth.
That's how
Oh,
I
you
feel.
better, Glenn, because I'll know. I'll know because I've watched it. But I feel like there are slow wounds, digging more and more. I mean, I could go into a whole thing here about how I subscribe to Vinegar Syndrome, and that makes me a high-profile customer because I buy every release they release every month. Blah blah blah. All this. But I'll just put it this way: they disappoint me. They disappoint me because I don't want these films like The Prophecy released by them on 4K. I want that from a different company. I want movies that are going to not be things like, why can't we get, I don't know, why can't we get like an ultra 4K version of Prom Night from them?
Doesn't Prophecy seem like a Scream Factory release to you? Like when you really think about it.
Yeah, but that's because Synapse have it, don't they? The Synapse have it is Synapse style, wasn't it?
The Prophecy series?
No, not Prophecy. Prophecy is definitely a Shout Factory kind of one.
Yeah.
But I mean, Prom Night.
See, I don't think Blu-ray is dying at all. I'll be totally honest. I think it's just the opposite. I mean, like just the amount of stuff that's coming out this year. This is big.
If Blu-ray was going to die, Keggy, it would have died before 4K and come out because more people buy the DVDs.
No, that's the
Right.
thing.
The fact that at the moment we've technically got 3 formats is ridiculous.
Yeah, and there's the thing. That's the thing. There are 3 formats out there right now, like DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K, and they're all selling.
Yeah.
No, just people like look into the store and say, "Well, I don't see so many stuff," and in my local Walmart, I don't see so much stuff in Best Buy or Target. Well, I don't see any stuff at Kmart because Kmart's closed. But the thing is that
I miss Kmart at great prices.
I love Kmart. I grew up near Kmart actually. But way we buy has changed. That's the thing. It's not that like they're not there. It's that they're like the internet wasn't there. Like that's it comes in. The internet wasn't there. Amazon didn't exist.
I just think it's sad that most people. But the thing is, it's hard, isn't it? Because let's put it this way, right? It's like Jason said that time, I believe. I think it was Jason. Who said, you're not going to be able to find like television titles or cultural titles in the shops, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing now. Back in the day, you could get catalogs for these things and you could send off them, and it was kind of like that. But the thing is, a lot of the media now that gets put in the shops is all the generic stuff that everybody's either seen, knows is going to go down, and they're not going to buy anything. And if you do buy that, let's say you go right now and you buy Fast and Furious 10, right? Or No Hard Feelings, right? That's more of a move that people are probably going to buy more of in the moment in the shop than they will for a film they've never heard of, right? Which is sad, because it's better to do the,
Yeah, like back in the day, I bought curtains from Synapse in like Walmart. But here's the thing. Walmart and Target and Best Buy all are going for the widest breadth of customers possible. Most of the people that are looking for phenomena, or they're looking for a Dario Argento or Fulci or Bava, are already going to be looking on those sites because that's the stuff that they're gonna know, and they're gonna find stuff. Like if you're a fan, here's a perfect example for you. If you're a fan of the movie Rad, for instance, you're like a Rad head, whatever they call those guys. The ones that really love the film. They had no idea like Vinegar Syndrome existed, but then Rad came along, and all of a sudden they knew Vinegar Syndrome was a thing.
Yeah.
So if you like something enough and you're a massive fan of it, if there's a physical media release, you are going to find out. You're going to know. This is not 2002.
The key,
Uh,
I think the key, just to put this in there quickly, I think the key is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know, in the past, you found these in the store, right? Not the
yeah,
really what you call ones, but you found them. You found them at a market, right? Like a market store or something. With Facebook and that, all it takes is you to look on let's say look at Shout Factory for the first time, right? And then up comes something like Television or Culture Shock or Vinegar Syndrome because it basically knows what you're looking for. So then
yeah.
you go, oh look, I didn't know this. What's this company? And then you're buying from that company because you're like, well, this is out of the norm of what I see constantly in the store, you know. And I think that's what kills me, because I know when I go to HMV, right over here, I go in there, I look in the BFI section, I look at Arrow, I look at Criterion, you know, those little, and they're tiny, tiny little things, right?
Yeah.
And I'm bored because I'm like, they haven't got what I want. You know what I mean? Instead, we've got the same movies that everybody who watches movies is going to have seen. Like, why do they need to have all the Fast and the Furiouses in there? If you haven't seen them already by now, go buy them online. Put something else in there for people who actually want to see.
I think it's going to be hard for stuff like that, especially a lot of stuff that's coming out now that's being released. But like I said before, like I said on previous thing, that now is a great time for like companies that are doing this stuff to reach out to places like Walmart and other places and say, I would like to get my movies in there. And if you're not doing adult films, if you're doing like regular films, that's something that can happen. But with that being said, guys, I have to feed cats before it's 2:00 in the morning.
Oh.
So I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank Malcolm so much. And
Yeah.
I like, share, subscribe. I forgot to say that. You want to super chat, donate, or all that type of stuff. Wonderful. But above all, just enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you here tomorrow for TerraVision Tuesday.
Yep. Thanks
YouTube,
to us, guys.
Yeah, there you go. YouTube. That's the best way to find a physical media right now. And even better, right here.
Yeah, right here.